Philadelphia Black Basketball Hall of Fame.
For those of you who know, that's how my life has been the past couple of years. There's no sense in making plans or thinking you're going to do some things that you want to do.
Where my wife is?
She's helping. She's helping. She's helping my way.
That's what she's known for.
Yes.
Hey, can I have you give me a chair, young buck?
Young people in Philadelphia have structured, supervised opportunities to participate in sports and to do better in school. It's not going to be a traditional Hall of Fame in the sense that you think of it. This is a living Hall of Fame. This Hall of Fame is these people in this room. That's the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Because we want to take the people in this room and we're going to take them out in the community and we're going to work with young people. We're going to inform and educate parents and help people understand what it is they're going to be up against going forward, because we're losing too many of the young guys, the talented guys. They don't end up with the opportunities they should have.
The things I done, nobody never done. I don't know nobody on the left. Nobody. I go back to do what I said to him. I followed him all around the referee. He wanted to fight all on his ass, which wasn't unusual. He's acting like that was unusual. He can do it. See, the referees are good. His father
The whole concept came about from conversations with Claude. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little suspicious. He would tell me what he used to do. And you just can't believe everything an old guy tell you, right? I beat Will, T-Bar scored 800 points in one game. You can't believe this stuff. So I said, you know what? Let me check the records. So I started digging a little bit. I did a little research. Made these guys blow the dust off the scrapbooks and pull them out. And lo and behold, he beat Will. And he scored 800 points in a game. So I feel like I was fortunate because they're my friends. So I got this stuff firsthand. But what I immediately realized, talking to Geoff, talking to Bruiser, talking to Mo, we all knew, but everybody didn't know. And I wanted to come up with a way that we could share this information with everybody. People need to know what you did to Guy Riders and Hal Lear and Bozo Walker and Emerson Bennett. When you gave them 45 on 20 for 28, they don't know.
No one. You hear what I said? No one. 1934 to now. 60 years with the kids, like all go to the NBA and all that. And I told them, G, they don't believe me. How many games do we lose when we play the million?
I think it was one.
See, I told you all they don't believe me. Nobody beat us. They hated us for it. Nobody. I'll give you your name. Go up, anybody who beat their honey pot. In the convention hall, in the arena, anywhere we played them. So, we don't have to hide enough. We stand on. One of the young things that young people don't, they're in a hurry. A lot of young people want to go in the Hall of Fame. They played with 70 and 80. Goddamn, we ain't finished with 50 yet. And John's Boston went home. I got in my car and I went to his house. And I got him. I said, son, I got you. He said, I don't know, because you got to understand, South Philly is a gang cut-off area. 4th Street, 13th Street, Point Breeze, Great Ferry Road. Y'all know about that. They like the boroughs of New York, you know what I mean? Queens, Manhattan, Brooklyn, the Bronx, you know what I mean? So, this man shoot hook, shot, jump, chop, lay out all kinds of stuff. He's scared of playing. Shall I tell a quick story? A quick story. Don't y'all do that. We played a game, and he said the game that we lost, the young boys that were big time, Walt Hazard, Wayne Hightower, Wally Jones, Haywood. They want to play us in front of the crowd on Thanksgiving Day. That's a bad time. My boys is doing that thing. You know, they get that thing. So we go play the game. They ready to beat us. Oh, they ready to beat us. So one of our guys, Tricky Dick, Troop Washington's brother. They threw the ball and down to him. Well, they got celebrating. You know, we went right there after the Thanksgiving dinner. The main game was the Boston Celtics and the Warriors. And you know, and he just kicked off. Oh man, they laughed. Oh, they were good, and he beat on us. Oh, he said, "You know, we didn't have a lot of help." Who my young boys are? You gonna say what? Wilton Norman Chamber was my young boy. How about that? 14. Took him under my wing. T. Brian. Oh my God. Joe Howe, another one of mine. And they are booing right now. They are booing me. I'm not going. You come out to half court and the referee would tell you about which I was down or something. Now. She said, go ahead, man. So, this is my boys. Like I said, my young boys. I said, you know what? I'm going out there. I'm not even tell you what happened. It was murder. They shot so many left, goddamn, I thought they were left drill. My guys. I blocked their shots, 6 for 10, 260. And one of my guys, and I hate to say it, Ray Ching Scott, who I took to kindergarten. I took him to kindergarten. He went around, I'm just talking about this, he went around the bar because this town was racist. And blind. I'm going to use blind. I'm going to use the word blind. Blind. Oh, you can. Your town is blind. Been blind.
It is truly an honor to have the winningest coach in the history of the Big Five join us today. And I was the other night, I'm flying around on the TV, and one of them stations is showing a whole game. It's the 69 Villanova against LaSalle. And I'm looking, Fran Dunphy. So I'm like, oh, I gotta watch this, right? So, Dunk comes in. I'm not making this up. He's on the bench. He's ice cold. I mean, he hasn't warmed up nothing. They passing the ball quick. Pump fake, shot off the backboard, goes in. Now he's feeling his something, you know. He checked out. Next time down the court, boy, he puts it up again. He misses though. So I text him. I said, Duff, you was young, man. You really like to squeeze it, right? He said, yo, old Duff likes to squeeze too.
I wasn't quite sure how this was all going to go, to be honest with you. So I overdressed. But it's a thrill to be here. And I appreciate Del putting all this together. I appreciate what Claude is all about. I will tell you that there's probably once a month that I get a chance to get a visit from the professor. And it's a history lesson for me. I learn all about Philadelphia. I learn all about Philadelphia basketball. I learn all about the black history of this city. And it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. And he takes me down this path of the fabric of Philadelphia and all the people that have made a difference in this city. And not only just in basketball, but in life. And I think about it. I think about when these guys were young. And Claude talks, I never met Joe Howe before today, but I can't tell you, Joe, the number of times that he would tell me about you. And those are important times for me. So I took my son and said, you just pay attention to what we're doing here tonight. We're watching a trailblazer who set the right path for life and in the sport of baseball. And now you look at how life has changed. And I'm watching a baseball thing and all these Latin players that are now in the game. Well, it was because of the Jackie Robinsons who set the path. And these guys set the path. So here I am. And there are times when I'll get a phone call from my man up here. And I might be on my way home. but I have to set aside, I can't tell you the number of times I've sat in my driveway on the phone with Claude, and my wife will come out knocking on the window, and I'll put the phone up and it'll say, Claude Gross, sugar. I get it. So whenever I get in the house, I get in the house and I eat my meal or whatever it happens to be, but again, I go down memory lane and I learn so much about the city, so much about the fabric of basketball in Philadelphia, of the African Americans' trip down that trailblazing path. But most of all, I learn about life because that's what it is when I kind of hang around with him. So I admire Del's work here today. I always admire hanging around with this guy.
He talked about everything that went down. So to me, it was fascinating, the things that we used to talk about. But I always liked that type of stuff, so I love listening. And one night I was downtown. I was in a restaurant and I was eating. This old Jewish white guy came to me, and he said, "Hey, Coach, how you doing?" And he told me he knew Joe Goldenberg from his West Philly days. He must have went to West Philly. So he said, "Let me buy you a drink." So I said, "All right." So we started, we had a glass of wine. So he started talking. And he started talking about all the guys who played. And he kept talking about this guy named Jimmy Parham. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? He said, Jimmy, he kept calling him Jimmy. And I'm like, who is Jimmy Parham? Who is this Jimmy Parham dude, right? I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm like, the guy, I'm telling you, like 5 glasses of wine later, he's still talking about Jimmy Parham. So I call my man. Who's Jimmy Parham? You don't know who Jimmy Parham is? You sit right there every day at the league. I was like, T? He was like, yeah, that's him. And I mean, this guy went on and on. Said he was the greatest guard, left hand, right hand, hook, jump shot, shot it. I was like, oh, and I'm sitting there and I'm telling you, and I'm like, who is this guy talking about? But I never knew his name was Jimmy Parham. I could only know him as T. So these things here today are great. And I'm so happy that Del, he called up one day.
Your daddy deserved it. He's in all. Did your daddy did?
Yeah, my dad, he did, yes.
Del came up with this idea of the
Legendary.
Hall of Fame. And their slant. This is our slant. I'm middle-aged now, 52 years old now. But I'm fortunate enough, like Dump said, to have had the opportunity to know Claude. So I always heard about Zach Clayton, Tarzan Cooper. I always heard about Joe Howe as Dunphy, right? I always heard about all these guys. Stacy can play too. Yes. She played in Syracuse. She played too.
Wow! Whoa! That's a good boy. Yes.
I'd just like to thank Del and the rest of you guys for putting this together. It's really needed.
Bad feet, can run. Come to me, son. Come to me. You know, my mama take a baby. Come to me. Get some of this nanny. Man, let me tell you something. At 6'2", bar no player to play basketball. He had all my ingredients. He took a skill and a know-how and turned it into a talent. Ain't that beautiful? They turned it into a talent. He got 3,217 points. In his career, y'all never see that in your life. If he shot a basket every 15 minutes. All-American 4 times. Player of the year. Just went in the Hall of Fame, College Hall of Fame. Wow. You can't beat that. He didn't win no NCAA chip. What did he win? Where did you get his chip? He did not win. He played in the NBA for 9 years. 17-9. We're going to look at the stats. 17-9. This guy is one of the greatest young men that I've met, and I watched him play from the future of our 9th, 10th graders to 11th, 12th graders. He ain't going to tell you. He's not going to tell you nothing.
Lionel Simmons just went into the College Basketball Hall of Fame this year. I think we should stand up and pay respect to the big five player that I've personally seen live.
Thank you. I'm just here to pay homage to players that came before us and gave myself the opportunity to go to the NBA. I know a lot of guys didn't get those opportunities. I've been hearing Claude's stories for years and years, and Brew had these 4-hour lunches now, and they still go on. And some Claude always tell, he doesn't just talk to everybody. He talks to people that he cares about and he wants to know, teach about life. And I've been fortunate enough to be one of his guys, and all of his guys are in the back, and we're just here to support him.
Philadelphia Black Basketball Hall of Fame.